Hey guys, welcome back. A long time no see, but I am back filming YouTube again. So welcome. I'm here with my friend Jackson, and today we are going to be talking about the All Stars 5 episode last night. All Stars 5 episode 4. The runway was camouflage, and the theme was SheMZ. So like just overall, like what were your first impressions like of the episode as a whole?
So I feel like this episode really made me feel like, wow, I don't like All Stars 5 that much.
Ouch.
Just because like I feel like I don't know, I was never a big fan of the improv challenges just because I feel like it's really awkward. And so like I just didn't like the pairings and I feel like some queens just really like fell flat for me. I don't know. I wasn't like a big fan. And also the runway too. I wasn't a big fan of the theme.
Mhm.
But we'll get there.
This episode was a little underwhelming.
Choices for sure.
Choices. After season 12, I'm definitely like upset. And now that Derek Barry's
Hmm.
gone, I mean, we don't even have any drama now. Like, I mean,
Exactly.
there's a Miss Crocker Alexis thing for a second, but like, and there's been like small
Hmm.
drama, but like after season 12, like I needed something, sis. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing going on, and like it's just like it's very predictable. I think like you know who's going to go home. Like there's clear
Hmm.
tops and clear bottoms of this season. Like they're very split.
Yeah. Filler queens for sure.
Yeah, but going on to like the SheMZ theme, what did you think about that and like the challenge?
I don't know. Like, first of all, I miss the mini challenges, and
Same.
I don't understand why they were like, okay, here's who you're paired with. I'm like, why don't the queens get a pick anymore?
I
Like, that's why I
know.
was kind of
Like, why,
confused.
why are we doing this?
Exactly. And I was like, they had like pre-picked parts. It just felt very produced and like not as like much fun. And that's where I feel like drama could have created.
Hmm.
Because like people could have purposely paired people who like would have probably sunk a little
Yeah.
bit.
Like
But
I definitely think even if they didn't have a mini challenge, like last week's winner should have been able to like
yeah,
pair the team.
Jujubee, you won, so you get to pick the teams. Like
Yeah.
that's where T comes in.
Yeah, exactly. No one really stood out, if that
I
makes
was gonna
sense.
say
Like,
no one was like, oh yeah, they're a winner. I
yeah,
was literally like, the judges can interpret any one of them and justify why they should be in the bottom for me.
yeah.
Like,
And like when they came out and said Mayhem and India were in the bottom, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like I get it. Especially with their runway looks, because I was not head over heels for their runway looks.
yeah,
They were basic and not that cute.
we will get there.
Yeah.
Like, I had a whole problem with the runway.
Yeah. But the whole like, I don't know, Mayhem started out so strong when she came out. I was like,
Yes.
she's out here yelling and shit. I was like, Mayhem's about to eat y'all up because last like on her season she was eliminated
Yeah.
from improv and she said that. And so
Hmm.
I was like, she's coming for blood. And then it just fell flat. And then like the only high part India had after the start was where the base is falling out. Like
Exactly. Like, oh my gosh. It was just like, so they were the last one to go. So I feel like I was like, I need something.
the
Oh my
licking,
God, I can't remember.
the lick.
Yes, the licking. That was so. I was like, is this like the big twist that you had?
I was so
Because
confused
I
by
got
that
it was
one.
like an. I understand that it was like a thing off of Ariana Grande, the
I
licking the donut and stuff.
Oh, I didn't even get that. Okay, T. Okay.
Like I got that, but at the same time, I was like, that has nothing to do with shoplifting. Or
I know.
I would have went straight into it and been like, you stole my stuff, and I'd be like, no, I didn't, and she would have been like, I saw you look at all this stuff, and you were stuffing it after you look at. Like it was a weird thing to add on later.
Yeah. The other ones, I was like, anyone could really win here because there were no like super big standouts. And so
Hmm.
like that's why I think like the runway was such an important component this week.
Yes.
Um, so moving on to that, one, why did we do camo?
I don't know. I don't know why that has any relation. They usually try to relate it, I feel like, to the challenge, and it's just like camo.
I
And I
know.
was like,
I would
oh,
think like I don't know, like you're like a pop star, like getting filmed by like the paparazzi or something, because TMZ is like
Yeah,
paparazzi. Like,
like a scandal runway or something.
yeah,
Like
oh, that's good. T.
yeah, controversial runway. I feel like that would have been like fun, and it would have like they would have camped it up with it.
Yeah, like a really campy like scandal runway. That would
Yeah,
have been sickening. But
yeah.
Camo,
I guess because they're trying to hide from the paparazzi. I don't understand, but like,
that's a good point. But I was like, that's really interesting. But like, who are your like favorite runways? Who are kind of like not so hot to you?
okay, let's go down the list. We had Jujubee go out first, I think.
Loved.
I liked her outfit, but here's for me, Juju is very pedestrian for me sometimes.
Yeah.
And I liked the cape. I thought it was really beautiful. It was a plain dress underneath. What I was confused about is why does she wear a red pump and a red handbag? I feel like it threw the look off.
It should have been that same pink. Cracker's look was sickening for Camo. Um, but I don't think she was the best.
I think like I was okay with her look. It was like I thought it looked really pretty. I didn't really like the bra part.
That's
It
why
was like very like pointy, like Madonna-esque. And I was like, don't know if you're going for that.
yeah.
But I liked her hair. I overall liked the look. I would toot it. But
Yeah, I would toot it, but it'd be like not a toot to win.
no.
And on that note, I don't agree with
No.
Cracker winning this week, but we could talk about that. Blair's was sickening. I gagged.
Yes. Here's the thing. I love Blair for this specific reason is that this season, she's very outside the box thinking.
Oh yeah.
So even though like I wasn't head over heels for the look because the pants were a little too long, they were like scraping the ground and
Yeah.
like um the cut of the tree was a little bit weird for me. But I thought the idea was so sickening that I was like, I like it.
Yeah. And I agree, but I also like kind of like overlooked those things because she was going for like Mother Nature. So I was like, I get Mother Nature would kind of be an over the top bitch and probably, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, like your idea, that's sickening. And like
Yes.
the way it looked, I was just like, I'm kind of gagged. Like you really,
It was so pretty. The face, the butterflies, I was living. I was like, this is
yeah.
beautiful. Shay.
Okay. I think, I'll say it, I think Shay deserved to win this week.
Really?
That's tea. What, really? Yeah. I mean, I do because I think she served it to Alexis in that she was the only one who did a different color camo, which I think is also like
Yeah. Well, Alexis did white, but I get what you mean. She like it wasn't camo in the sense because Alexis was still doing white camo. It
yeah,
was like no one would wear that camo. But I get what you mean. I did like the color of it.
yeah.
Here's the thing. For Shay, I liked here.
Really?
Only because like I like Shay. I think she looked stunning. I like the little headpiece. For me, I got the 60s reference, but when you're doing that same pattern over and over again with her dress ending at like the knee length and then her boots starting at the knee too, it seemed a little lost for me,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
but I still liked her look overall.
Yeah, and I loved it. And like the thing with like she had her little watering can, I was like,
I
that's cute.
I loved it. I loved her like whole like behind like the reasoning behind her look and stuff. I thought Alexis, who's next on the runway, loved her runway look. I thought it was stunning. I thought she just looked so beautiful and so regal. She like always turns it out. I feel like for me on the
Yeah.
runway. Yeah, I thought she looked so pretty, and I was like, oh my god, I hope she's on the bottom.
Yeah, that was my other top because I was like, that's sickening. Because she also did a different kind of camo. It was like the hunter camo. So
Yeah.
that's like sickening.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like how her and Shay like and Blair like they all thought outside of the box and wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to make camo cute. Like they were like, I'm going to take a different take on camo.
Mayhem. Here's the problem with Mayhem.
Oh,
Loved her to death. at this episode. Sure. I was like, she really grew on me. I was like, I really like her and I want her to do well. This runway was not couture. It was camouflage couture, and she wore a bodysuit.
And then
And I was like,
she had
I
the
was like,
nerve. She had the nerve to get an attitude. And then she got called out. She's like, I don't have an attitude. I said, sis, you did though. You did though.
I lived for it. And she was like,
I did, but I lived, don't get me wrong. I was sitting here living, I was getting my life. But at the same time, how are you going to say you didn't catch one though? Because you did. You did catch an attitude. And I'm not saying I didn't live for the attitude, but you caught one. So like.
She was like, I'm just Kiki-Ing. And
I
Michelle's
know,
like,
I know.
no.
She said, I'm just Kiki-Ing. And Michelle was like, you need to learn how to take, like, I was like, oh my God.
She's like, you ladies, we're splitting hairs here. You guys need to learn to take criticism because we want to let you grow. And I'm like, Mayhem's just sitting there like,
Mayhem's like, I'm Kiki-Ing, sis.
I'm
like,
just Kiki-Ing. And I was like,
okay. All right. But yeah, I agree. Her look, like, if it would have been well developed, I mean, like, the pattern was cute.
I love the color scheme. I loved it.
Yeah, like, she just could have done more with it. Like, if you're going to go simple here, we need something crazy here, like, up top, or, like, we have to do something crazy. We have Miss India Farah, which, I'm not going to lie, the bitch surprised me this season.
Yeah,
she's way more sickening on the runway than I thought she would be.
Yes, I actually I always loved her makeup, and I thought her runways weren't gonna be that great. And I really love this runway look.
Yeah, no, I mean, she hasn't had a bad runway for me. She's been sickening on the runway.
Yeah, I think she like this week. I love like her makeup's always looking great, and I thought the print was one of my favorite ones because it was really bold and like bright, and I just really liked that. And then she had like that black hints of leather, and I just thought like it was what like I wanted Jujubes to be like when like I wanted a little bit more red to tie in the pumps and the stuff.
Yeah,
India did that.
Yeah,
so I really loved her runway.
Yeah, no, it was really good. But I think Mayhem should have stayed. Mayhem hasn't done that poorly.
No.
And like, yes, her runway may have been a little weaker this week, but like, India's been on the bottom 3 times now. She's literally Roxy 2.0. Hello. Wins the first challenge, and then is in the bottom every week. It gets saved by her friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like there's no Relaska talks, obviously, but like she's just getting saved and like barely passing by. And I think she should have went home this week, but fucking Mayhem voted for herself. So like, I don't even know if I could say that. Like,
yeah. Well, because that's what's really frustrating for me is like, I love India so much. Like, I think she's a sickening lip syncer, and like, I just don't think her personality necessarily fits most Drag Race challenges. And that's like, that has nothing to do with how she's a drag queen. I think she like slays. I just feel like Mayhem is more geared towards Drag Race challenges. And I feel like if I hate when queens do this, like I want this, but then they're like, I'm happy with like how I did. That's where you're going wrong. When you say like, I feel like I did my job.
I just don't get like, what is up with these girls like just giving up All Stars 5 on Gina, and then Mayhem's just like voting for yourself. Honey, I don't care who the fuck I'd have to vote for. Now, I would have pulled something shady like sending Shay home, because Shay didn't deserve to go home. Like, Mayhem and Alexis, you were wrong for that, sis. But anyway.
I disagree.
Do you?
Here's the thing. I'm tired of this like Kiki sisterly stuff. Like, I understand that, but at the same time, you're in a competition. Shay is fierce competition. You want to get her out. She is your competition right now. And I understand wanting to be with the best of the best, but also, if you vote her out, you did beat the best of the best.
On a different note, like, let's say you like vote out all the good competition at the end. Did you really like beat them? Because like, you're beating in the top, you're beating the worst ones that nobody even thought had a chance of making it. You know what I mean? For
me, All Stars is a different game. Like, in a regular season, yes, the best of the best always rise because they're fighting.
Yeah.
In my mind, All Stars is a different game. calls for strategy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's
No, I
like
get that.
you can't like play the game fairly because I feel like every queen deserves to be there.
Mhm.
It's just some people tend to get down often and
Yeah.
some people tend to rise more.
Yeah.
So, in order for me to be successful, this isn't a regular season. I want to win all stars.
Here's what I'm upset about. There shouldn't be any rollover. If the assassin wins, they should get the money. Like,
Sis came on set. She needs to be paid. Like,
literally. Like, and no tea, no shade to Shay, but Alyssa threw that lip sync. And I would probably throw it too if I wasn't getting paid, sis. Like,
well, that's what I also hate. Jujubee lost her first ever lip sync. For
well,
what? What was the reason?
just like partly forgot the words. I was like, are you okay? Like, are you just so stunned that you won that like this wasn't a thought for you? Or like, which like
It just
Monet had a good lip sync, but Juju could have beaten
could
her.
have turned it out. She's
Yeah.
comedy. She's so perfect for that type of lip sync.
Next week, like I said, I think Shay's winning, or maybe Alexis, because I feel like they're both going to like. I feel like they're both like they could be charming and funny at the same time. Do you get what I'm
Well,
saying?
they both did really well on their snatch games during their season, didn't they?
Well, yeah.
Alexis Mateo with her Alicia Keys.
Yeah. No, I think they're both good. They'll probably be the tops. I think they'll be sickening. But
I think India's gonna struggle.
I think India's
I
going home. I think India has to go home. I mean, like, I think India has to be in the bottom because I don't think she's as funny as the other queens. I don't think she's as quick as the other queens. So I think that she has to be in the bottom. And low key, going back to what we said about getting in our heads, I don't think Miss Cracker is going to have a good showing.
yeah, I'm kind of curious if they're gonna do a bottom three
I think it would.
because that would be a lot.
I
That's
think.
that's three tops, three bottoms.
I think what they might do is two tops, which I'm saying Shane Alexis right now, and then two middles, Jujubee and Blair, and then bottom two would be India and Miss Crackers. What I think they should do, at least.
I,
Like I
I
think
think they're gonna do three tops and three bottoms because that way no one leaves the stage. But I think they're only gonna move it down to two bottoms
I hope that's what they do.
because Blair does not stand a chance. I'm
Or
like, Blair, you can't do it.
even if they did like three tops, a safe, and two bottoms. You know what I mean?
I guess I get it. I
Like
guess. I don't see anyone leaving the stage.
yeah, I guess they could do the two and two and two without anyone leaving as well. I think India has to go home next week. I don't think there's any avoiding that.
What if she turns the party and she
I mean, if she wins, I don't know, but
yeah.
yeah, seriously, that would be a gag. But I don't know. I'm seeing the Roxy arc. Like, I think she's going to be in the bottom again, and I think these girls that are left are too sickening to ever play a Relaska Talks game. Like, they're sending India home. I mean, they don't even have like a bond with her. These are like new era queens versus an
Mhm.
older queen that's not really bringing it in the challenges anymore. We've already been splitting hairs. This top five is really going to be splitting hairs. Like, it's literally, you have to give a perfect performance if you want to win, I think. Like,
Yeah. I just there has to be a comeback challenge.
you think?
There has to be. Like how like why or like a non-elimination one. Because in my mind, like we only have three more episodes of the season.
I was hoping, I was hoping, I know I'm a dirty little bitch, but I was hoping that Indy and Mayhem both got sent home low key.
I thought it. You know what? I was like, they're not because they never send the two people home. I'm like, they should. That's the gag.
Yeah. And then you bring back like two eliminated queens early. Like, bring back
Bring
Mariah.
back Derek. Bring
Derek
back
and
Derek.
Mariah! Period. Like, that would be sickening. Oh my god, that's what should have happened.
Derek walks in the workroom. I'm back.
I'm gonna be low-key heartbroken if Shea Coulee doesn't win this season. Like, I don't know.
I wouldn't know how it would go down.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see her not winning.
Yeah.
But also, I'd be heartbroken if Juju didn't win.
I know, it's just
I
so
love
kind of-
Jujubee so much.
But I also like I hope so if we like get a top three, if they like drop the fourth, I hope I hate saying this, but I hope Miss Cracker drops. Like I hope she's dropped because like I don't think honey, I love Blair and she's from Indiana. I'm like, sis, you better work.
Same.
I'm like, sis, you better work. I said the only Indiana queen ever, honey. I'm not even excited for next week's episode because I hate Snatch Game of Love, but like
Same.
I want to know what happens. And I think the run. I think I saw what the runway was going to be.
I'm
It's like
scared.
it's Queen of the Prom. Okay, I low key think it's going to be sickening. Like I love like prom dresses. Like I love looking at like promposals and stuff. I'm that bitch. I
For
think
the runway?
yeah. I don't know. I think it would be cute to see a drag queen's take on prom.
I just need it to be like Ariana Grande, like floof level.
Yeah.
And I know Jujubee's gonna go to Dillard's and get like a basic prom dress, and I'm not here for it.
You just read her to filth, bitch, but you're right. Who do you think's going to go home next week? Do you think India too, or
With the Snatch Game, yes. I don't see India surviving a fourth week, and I don't see her doing that well, just from previous challenges.
yeah,
So, I mean, like I said, like I love all the ones that are left. It's just like you're going against people who did really well their season during Snatch Game.
yeah? What's your prediction for who wins?
That episode or overall?
That episode, like Snatch Game.
I see
It's hard. 'Cause,
like I want to say Juju.
mhm,
I think Juju can really turn it out. She's been really funny this season for me. I can see her doing well. I think I can see Shay doing well, just not winning well.
mhm,
I thought her Naomi Campbell on season 9 was like good,
mhm.
but I don't know who else she would do, and I
Yeah,
don't know how well she can turn that.
I feel like she's going to do a dude because she played a pretty good dude at GMZ low key. Like I think she might bring it with a dude and like just like fuck it up because she has that low voice. So I feel like she
Hmm.
might do a guy with a lower voice and like just kind of turn it out as that. And then because like Snatch Game is now like, I mean, shit, you could do a boy if you want to. Like they let that happen. So
Yeah,
like
Ben Crumb. Who would you do for Snatch Game?
I would need to do someone that's like bitchy. Like because I fit the bitch narrative very well. So like I would need someone like bitchy. Like I would like Tatiana. I would probably do Tatiana low key. Choices. Thank
Choices.
you. Like, I don't know. I just love like
Thank you.
thank you. And like I love like her. I don't know if you ever see like Tea with Tati. I live for her little series that she had. I wish she'd make more of them. Like I love them. I would try to maybe pull out James Charles, even, but I don't really look like him, so that would be hard to pull off a
Oh
guy
my god.
because I
I'm
don't.
like seriously trying to I'm like, I would have done Jonathan Van Ness.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're just a sparkly little butterfly who's gonna get in her little cocoon and then come out and be beautiful and be sparkly and just really like work the world, girl. Like you got it. Like
That's a good
it's
one.
just like you can easily like hype that up and like have so much fun with it, I feel like.
Yeah. I would almost
Like
want to do something like controversial like Gigi's. Like, I don't know if I could pull it
um
off though, but like Gigi was sickening. She made Maria the robot. She bitch. Like, I don't know. That was just so funny because
I have quite
nobody
the USB port for that.
yeah, like nobody expected it. I will literally not have a problem as long as Gigi wins All Star 6. So it's really
Controversial. I don't think Gigi should go for All Star 6. Let them grow.
maybe she don't
Like
need to grow.
no, but imagine if she just gained some more confidence because that was what she was kind of lacking during the back half.
That's true, but I almost feel like she has to have that confidence now. I mean, she's that queen. Like,
I don't know. She thought she did pretty good and then she lost, so that might have been a big damage booster for her.
that's true.
I have a problem with All Star season being so close, anyways. Like,
Oh,
and I feel like that's why
With Miss Rona, she might have plenty time to grow, sis.
Thank God. Like All Stars 2 is so good because 7 of the 10 queens were in the top 4 of their season.
Mhm.
And the other 3 that weren't was Coco, Katya, and Alyssa. That's why it was so iconic because you had so many talented queens. And you
Yeah.
take a look at All Stars 5 and like no tea, no shade, but like India Farah went home early. Mariah went home early on her season. Mayhem went early. Like Blair went early. Like
Oh,
I
but
wish they would spread
Blair's
it
the
out.
exception there. Blair turned herself around, sis.
Yeah, Blair is turning it on the runway at least,
Oh,
and I think she's doing better in challenges.
yeah.
But she needs to go more.
When she walked in, she was a different Blair. I could
She
tell that was
was.
a different
Yeah,
Blair.
she got new teeth.
Stop. I hate it here. I hate it here. I knew she was a different bitch when I saw that entrance look, and then she said, "That's what your father said or that's what your dad said last night." I knew we had a different Blair coming. I said, "Period, bitch."
Oh my god. When Alexis Mateo went, girl, eat a burger. You need to gain weight. And she's like, whatever I lost, you gained or something like that. I was
I
like,
know. I was like, "Damn, bitch."
she
But
won the reading challenge with Juju, and I was like, oh my god, that's everything.
I know. I was like, Blair winning a reading challenge, like that's iconic.
I was living for her reads.
Yeah, same. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what happens next week. I think it's going to be sickening, whatever
Hmm.
pans out. So,
Exactly same. All I'm saying is that I better be back on next week for you.
period.
Bring a girl back.
Period. All right. Well, we will see you guys back here next week. Peace out.